I've been wanting to announce this for quite a while, and today I'm excited to finally reveal the C8 StreetHunter Widebody kit. Before we start talking about the C8, I kind of want to get you guys up to speed with the Mark V. That kit is finally actually shipping this week. It's been a pretty long process. We've actually gone back and redone a few things. We made some adjustments that we found that when the 3D printed materials were made, we found some areas that we could change when making our final production. There are some updates that I'm going to be showing this week as far as like the serial numbers and all like the holographic stickers on the inside of the kits that show verification. We actually spent a lot of time redesigning the wing for the Mark V. The wing is obviously like the highlight of that kit, and because we knew that, we wanted to do some extra changes that prolonged our process of shipping out almost by over a month, but I think in the long term that was definitely worth it. We made new cover plates to cover the bolts and like recessed some of the hardware and stuff so it's super seamless, and then we also made extra brackets. You lay down on your car and you can like pretty much trace out the holes for where everything is going to be drilled through. It's one of the things that's really difficult about that wing, and this template that's going to come with the kit and with the wing orders is just going to make it that much more seamless. So it seems pretty small, but designing that and coming up with that took a pretty long time, so I'm really excited about that, and the kit is finally shipping out. We have tons and tons of pre-orders, so if you were like order number like 15, you're gonna have to wait down the line, but the fact is it's done, everything's being shipped out, and the carbon orders are taking a long time to make, but all of that stuff is finally caught up, and I'm super happy about that. So let's talk about the C8. So I told you guys last week that we were gonna be getting a C8, and we should be getting it literally any week now, but the moment I knew I got my hands on that car, we immediately went to the drawing board and started to come up with the C8 Widebody kit. This car to me was a little bit harder to come up with an idea of what we wanted because the car has so many hard edges and so many hard lines, whereas in previous years Corvettes usually had more of like a rounded body. Like if you think of like a C, well I guess the C7 was a little bit more hard cut, but the C6, C5, C4, those were all more like rounder hips, more longer lines, and now the C8 is like super hard edges. And one of the biggest things that I like to do is to make sure that when you're making parts off a car, to make sure it flows with the body and actually flows with the car rather than it like overtakes the original appearance of the car and takes its own new form. I'm gonna hold my phone up here so I can go over some pictures with you guys so I can actually reference it a little bit. I'm gonna start off actually in the back because I think the back of the car has the most presence when you come to this kit. Off the bat, if you guys haven't been able to tell, the most inspiration from this kit for me was actually going towards like a GT3 style. What I mean by that is it's more traditional, what you'd see in like GT3 cup racing, rather than like, you know, the Mark V that was just a more like a street style kit and was more tame. This kit is actually a little bit more what you'd see on like race cars, but we tried to morph that into a streetable version. You'll see the wing, this is a huge big traditional style GT wing, and the brackets that are coming underneath that were actually literally inspired from the C8R that we saw at SEMA. When we were there, we were literally like taking so many pictures and measurements, and they had one of their C8 cars which is in their like cup racing, and they had these like horn style wing brackets that you can see in the pictures. And the reasons why, one, we kind of took that idea and made it into our own is because there's really no other place to mount this wing, and you can't just go straight up from the back of the hatch. You kind of have to send it back. So you're gonna see this style a lot with a lot of people who are gonna be doing big wings or GT wings. Everyone's more or less gonna have this same style. So we decided we wanted to take what we already saw from the C8R and kind of manipulate it into how we liked it, just because there's really not much other ways you're gonna be able to make a wing look good on this car. When we actually kept in the same styling on the wing that we did on the Mark V, that Supra had like a little arrow lip, and our wing's gonna have the same thing. Pretty much feel that we're gonna almost carry that tradition through almost all of our big wings that we're gonna do, but absolutely love that wing. It looks really good on the back of that car. I actually love it. We added a rear carbon fiber diffuser on this car. The stock rear end of the C8 is actually pretty odd looking. There's almost comes with like this like stock like almost weird black little diffuser, and off the bat we're like, yo, we gotta cut that out and immediately put a carbon fiber diffuser on there. Just like the Mark V, what you're seeing in these pictures is what our kit is gonna look like. This isn't concept, well I guess it is concept, but it is exactly what we're gonna design it to be. These renders are all to scale, so what you see is what you get. Here's an example of the Mark V. This was our rendering, and this is what the car actually looked like. There are some areas that might be subject to change, which I'll get to later in the video, but I just want to make that very, very clear. And then moving on to the rear over fenders. This was a really tough spot of the car because if you guys don't know, the C8 actually has removable rear quarter panels. So if you have a C8 and you want to cut it up and then you want to go back to a stock body, you absolutely can without ever having a trace that you did it, which in traditional cars, if you cut the rear fenders, you've cut the rear fenders. There's really no going back. But the C8 actually has removable beautiful rear fenders. We were playing with the idea of doing a complete fender replacement and really playing with how crazy you could get. But like I said, I really wanted to go more towards a GT style kit. So I actually ended up wanting to do just like big like rainbow flares to actuate the rear end of the car. A little of this came from inspiration from the Ferrari GT3 kit. If you guys can kind of see that comparison, it's just a traditional over fender style. If you want to mold it, you absolutely could. We might end up doing that for fun, but you'd have to be careful with the rear bumper. Absolutely am in love with that. The rear end of this car is one of my favorite things. And as you guys know, I love having rear tire exposed. So on the rear end of the car, again, I'm looking at my phone here, that cutout so you can have that huge chunk of tire just showing out the back. We don't have any side skirts on this car. We ended up doing side skirts for the Mark V, but originally our plans were not to have side skirts, but as we kind of like got down the line, we wanted to add a little bit more width, so we ended up putting on. But I felt with the C8, it really doesn't need side skirts, at least for this version of this kit. So we ended up just tucking the rear flare all the way down to the bottom of the side skirt, so it just kind of flows all together. And then from there all the way to the front fenders, there's nothing there. Front fenders was honestly one of my most favorite pieces to kind of like come up with, because there are so many different options that you're able to do with this car. And one of the things that we were considering for a while that I did a lot of talking with the team is, do we want to make a complete front fender replacement? Ultimately, we ended up with this design not incorporating it just because we don't have a car right now in our possession to really see how much work it would really be, just because we don't know what that frunk looks like and we don't know what's behind all that stuff. At the moment, we decided to go with a over fender style with a front bumper extension, just like the Mark V, which you're gonna see a lot of people end up doing. But one of the biggest things that I wanted to do with this front fender is I wanted to like mimic the rear vent on the car that has that big scoop. You'll notice it has like almost like a boomerang style vent. Immediately I was like, oh, we gotta get that vent and throw that on the front fender and just flip it like a pancake. So it has almost like a mirrored finish to it. And both of those things are both in carbon. So those black accents, we're gonna be offering that in a rear carbon replacement. And then same thing on the front, that same boomerang is gonna come in a carbon finish. So you can have those carbon accents mirrored. And again, that boomerang style cut literally mimics exactly in the front fender. This is one of the areas that might be subject to change, and we won't know until we actually have the car in our possession. But you'll notice that the front vent comes up pretty close behind the wheel, and what that means for in reality when you go to cut is you need to be careful. We need to check to see when you scrub the wheel back to back, you might actually have to cut a lot of the inside of that front fender out, which might end up showing in that vent that we've made. So that leaves a few options. One, we could just redesign that vent and just bring it up a little bit higher so you don't see it, or we could just have a more dramatic cut so there's more tire hanging out, which kind of reduces how big that vent would be, or we can just throw a mesh grill behind it so you don't see anything. There are a few options that we do have. That's the one area of the kit that may be subject to change just a little bit, but the idea would still be there. The front bumper extension has a flow with the rest of the front fender that flows down to the front lip of the car, which is also done in carbon. And same thing with the Mark V Supra. This is traditional style lip that goes all the way around the bottom and meets up, so the front bumper extension and the lip kind of meet up and marry each other to make a smooth surface so you don't see too many like jarring edges. And this is one of those things that might be subject to change just depending on how aggressive the front lip can be once we get the car. We might be able to make it just a little bit longer, might be able to add a little more depth to add in a little more shape to that. With the current vendors we have and the scans that we have, we're not 100% accurate on how gnarly we can go. So in the future, on our like next update of our renderings where we get the car, we might be able to add an extra ½ inch. Not that you'd really notice the difference via pictures or in person, but if you have the kit, you'd know there's a little bit of a difference. And what you see is what you get. This render is based off of our car that we built, so the color you're seeing is ceramic matrix gray. I have a few shots of the car in black to see what it would look like if you did a black style car, but the carbon accents, the paint, and the wheels is what you're gonna see when we release our V1 version of this car. And I couldn't be more excited. I've been holding these back from you guys for quite a while, but I wanted to release our design and our concept kit before I got the car because you guys already know. It's one of those things that I just love doing, and StreetHunter in the last 4 months, 5 months since its birth has been so much fun, so successful, and I have so much fun doing it, and I can't wait to show you guys what we have coming up because there are some reasons as to why some things have been taking time, and that's because we're doing more than just what you see. What we're showing you is what we're showing you, but there's a bunch of other projects that we're working on that we haven't even really shown yet that will soon probably come later this week, or probably, actually I know for sure we're going to be doing an install on a bunch of new parts for one of the cars that I haven't shown you guys yet, but we still have our RX-7 stuff going on, we have our Mark V stuff going on, the C8 stuff going on, and another thing that you guys will see very, very soon. Our projected timeline with this project, honestly, I'm not even sure when it's gonna be yet. One of the first things we're gonna have to do once we get the C8 is we're gonna have to start doing our scans and just make sure that our 3D renderings and our 3D parts that we're going to print are accurate scale of what the car really is. But once we do that, we can kind of go through the process of doing our 3D printed and then make our molds and then kind of develop our shape after that. I would honestly project that we won't have our kit in hand ready to even like sell for probably like 3 to 4 months, and that's like being very, very safe. I don't know if we're gonna start offering pre-orders for it right away, but I do know that I will keep you guys updated in the loop when that does actually happen. But I wanted to go ahead today and show this kit, show what we've been working on. John Sabal, again, our lead designer in helping us create this kit. He does such a good job at receiving the information that I give to him of what I'm looking for and kind of create my imagination into real life. Without him, this wouldn't be possible, so huge shout out to John. And if you guys haven't already, please follow StreetHunter Designs on Instagram or check out the website if you're interested on anything that I have talked about, because you can find a lot more information there. And we also have stickers and t-shirts and jet tags all on there if you want to support the brand but don't have a card to do a body kit on. And I see all of your guys' messages and DMs and emails of that you guys want us to create a StreetHunter kit or part for your car, and I appreciate that. And all I can say is maybe one day we will. We're a small team at the moment, but we're growing fast and we're learning as much as we can at the best rate that we can, and we're gonna have a lot more parts for a bunch of different cars in the future. And I appreciate all your guys' enthusiasm and support through all this, because this is something I never thought I would see myself doing. You know, being the path of growing up in this industry and having the opportunity to create this brand has honestly been a dream, and I didn't see this ever being possible. Without your guys' help and love and support, it would have never been possible, so I appreciate that, and thank you guys so much for all the love. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and keep moving forward.